Mom's phone lit up. The notification banner flashed once, bright and brief. Group chat, inner circle. I wasn't supposed to see it, but I did. And that one glance, that single stupid glance, cracked open everything I thought I knew about family. Inside the chat, they were laughing. About me. About how I wouldn't understand the numbers. About how I was too emotional to handle inheritance talks. Then came the message that turned my blood to ice. Mom, don't tell Maya. She'll just complicate things. Nina, got it. I'll split it 3 ways. Lily, $90K each, right? Perfect. There were 4 of us, 4 daughters, but apparently only 3 of them were in the inner circle. I stared at that glowing screen for a full minute. Every second stripped another layer off my skin. I wasn't angry yet, not the kind of anger that burns. It was the kind that freezes. I placed the phone back on the counter before Mom returned from the hallway, humming like nothing in the world could touch her. That night, while she asked me if I'd had dinner, I looked at her hands. The same hands that used to braid my hair before school. The same hands that clutched mine when Dad died. The same hands now dividing his money behind my back. She smiled at me, and for the first time, I saw how easily she lied. Growing up, I was the middle child, too quiet to lead, too steady to fuss. Mom used to say I was the easy one. Translation, the forgettable one. Nina was the achiever, Lily the charmer. They always shined brighter, and I was proud of them, until I learned they were using that shine to blind me. I replayed every recent conversation in my head. How Mom had asked me to trust her with the financial paperwork. How Nina offered to handle the attorney after Dad's estate hearing. How Lily forgot to add me to the family group for convenience. Each small detail fit together like puzzle pieces I didn't know I'd been collecting. By the time the picture was clear, my love for them had quietly bled out. I didn't confront them, not yet. Revenge is best served cold, but it's best planned colder. First, I went through Dad's old files, digital and physical. Turns out he kept backups of everything. Tax filings, trust deeds, even email exchanges. And one folder labeled Final Revision. That file was my lifeline. It showed that Dad hadn't intended an equal split. He'd set aside a larger portion, for me. A thank you for caring for him in his last year when everyone else was too busy. But after his death, Mom and my sisters had quietly rewritten the distribution paperwork before it reached probate court. They forged my consent signature. Perfect. I didn't react. I adapted. I reached out to Dad's old lawyer, a quiet, meticulous man named Harris. He'd been replaced by Nina after the funeral, but he still remembered the original document. When I showed him the forged version, his eyes darkened. "I hope you know what you're doing," he said. "I do," I replied. And I did. We filed a confidential motion. I didn't want money, not anymore. I wanted exposure. 3 weeks later, I invited them all to dinner. It was Mom's birthday, and they arrived dressed in warmth and deceit. I made pasta. I laughed at their jokes. I even toasted to family. Halfway through dessert, my phone buzzed. I made sure it was on loud. The message came from Harris. Short. Perfect. Court order served. Audio attached. I clicked play. On speaker. The table fell silent as Harris's voice filled the room. He was reading excerpts from the court's recorded hearing, the judge discussing the forgery, the fake signature, the impending investigation. Then he mentioned names. Mom, Nina, Lily. Their faces turned paper white. Mom's fork clattered. "Maya, what did you—" I looked at her. Calm, steady. "The same thing you did, Mom," I said softly. "I just took care of what was mine." Nina's voice trembled. "You went to court behind our backs?" I smiled. "Seems like the family talent." The silence that followed was thick enough to chew. Lily started crying, always the dramatic one, but I didn't feel sorry. Pity was a luxury I'd buried weeks ago. By morning, the group chat inner circle had gone quiet. Their messages were unreadable, deleted, desperate, pointless. Mom tried calling. I didn't answer. Then I blocked her. Legally, I didn't have to fight much longer. The forged signatures made the will invalid. Everything reverted to the original division, Dad's division. And that larger portion he'd left for me, it was mine again, all of it. I didn't spend it, not yet. I moved out of the city, changed my number, and rented a small apartment near the coast. Some nights, I'd watch the water shimmer and think about how betrayal looks a lot like the ocean, calm from afar, deadly underneath. People think revenge is about destruction. It's not. It's about balance, about returning what was taken, not out of rage, but out of justice. Mom once told me secrets destroy families. She was right, but she forgot the second part of that truth. Sometimes they rebuild people too. A week ago, I got an email, no subject line, just one sentence from Mom. "We should have never underestimated you." I stared at it for a long time. Then I archived it. No reply. Because the truth is, I don't need her acknowledgement. Not anymore. Their guilt is the only inheritance I ever wanted. And as for the inner circle, they taught me something priceless. If you shut someone out long enough, don't be surprised when they come back, holding the key.